Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please. Yeah, man, hit the subscribe button. You come here all the time, you like the content. Hit the subscribe button. It's not that hard and it don't cost you a thing. Anyhow, this story that we're going to talk about right now has some immigration lessons in it. You know, some of the people them undocumented and trying to survive, and them have a choppy line and these things. But let's talk about this one, and hopefully you get a lesson out of this. All right. Undocumented Connecticut man used fake social security number to get family health insurance, is what prosecutors said. But there's more to the story than this. Here we go. A Jamaican man who has been living in Connecticut was sentenced to a year in prison Thursday for using fake social security numbers to get health care benefits for his family, according to federal prosecutors. Marvell Johnson is his name and he's 51 years old. He has been released on a $50,000 bond and he's required to report to prison December 1st, 2022, and he will be in there until December 1st, 2023. Now I know somebody is asking, well, if he is undocumented in the US, means he is illegal. So how come they released him on a $50,000 bond instead of sending him to ICE detention holding, immigration holding? We'll get into all that in a minute. Pay attention. US District Judge Jeffrey A. Mayer also ordered Johnson, the Jamaican, to pay more than 150,000 US dollars in restitution and serve 3 years of supervised release after his prison term. U.S. Attorney Vanessa Roberts Avery said in a news release on Thursday. This is printed in the Connecticut Post. Johnson, who lived in Derby, will also face immigration proceedings, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Of course, some people are wondering, well, if him illegal and them let him go on $50,000 bond, then how is he going to even serve that 3 years of supervised release after his 1 year prison term and also pay back 150,000 US dollars in restitution if he is also going to be facing immigration proceedings? Well, let me cut that story short for you. Those are all formalities on the books. You have to pay back 150,000. You have to do 3 years of supervised release, blah, blah, blah. After he is done serving his 1 year prison term, he's going to be deported. Okay? America don't really care about the 150,000 because they know they can't get it back from him, but it's just there on the books. He's going to be deported. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Johnson... Oh, and one more thing. After he is deported, that 3 years of supervised release, something there, ain't nobody got time for that. They won't be in Jamaica supervising him, so he will be unsupervised. You know how them deport you and them let you go at airport once you reach, and you're processed and you're free to go about your business to all 14 parishes of Jamaica? Is exactly what's going to happen. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Johnson used a false social security number to enroll in a program they have in Connecticut called Husky, or Connecticut's Medicaid Health Care Benefits Program. In November of 2015, Johnson called Access Health CT, the agency who is responsible for administering Husky, the health program, and he provided false social security numbers in an attempt to receive retroactive insurance coverage for his son, who was just born. Johnson did not receive the coverage, but he and his family remain enrolled in the program Husky. This is what the U.S. Attorney's Office said. Of course, some people are going to say, some people carelessly, man, you not even have no papers for them at the people in them country, but you're there. And you gonna apply for program and you there a breed up people and put your name on paper as father of Pickney applying for insurance and all these things. Not a wise move. Y'all pay attention to how many agencies came down on his case.
Yes, I make my own jerk sauce. Whether be it spicy, mild, or regular, my jerk is the best.
Alright, my SouFLoTV audience, listen, I found a cooking channel here that I think is worth sharing with you. Shelly. Shelly is a Jamaican residing in the US. Her family and friends have encouraged her to pursue and showcase her passion, which is cooking. Her menu is mainly Jamaican, some mixed with other cultures. With a family background with hypertension, her meals are mostly exempt from salt and instead opt for salt-free seasoning, herbs and spices and other international seasonings that are used to come up with that Jamaican taste. All free of MSG. When you know so too much salt and MSG on them, something there is a big killer among us, right? Alright. Her goal is 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and there will be free giveaways to commemorate that milestone once it is reached. So, please help us to help her to get there. You know the drill. Click the link, like, comment, share, subscribe to Shell's Island Flavor, where home-cooked meals are nutritious, healthy, and economical. And don't forget, tell her say SouFLoTV sent you. Call this chopping in the wrong place or when chopping goes wrong. In 2018, when Access Health CT requested a citizenship document for verification, Johnson mailed a Falls, New Jersey birth certificate with his name on it. The U.S. Attorney's Office said, however, they found out quickly that that was false, and they found out also that he was actually born in Jamaica. Again, this is according to the U.S. Attorney's Office paperwork that I am reading to you right now. Law enforcement arrested Johnson on November 19th of 2020. On April 28th of 2022, he pleaded guilty to making false statements in healthcare matters. Until recently, undocumented, now here's the part that is educational for my audience. Until recently, undocumented people in the state of Connecticut were not eligible to receive Husky benefits or health care benefits. But as of April 1st, pregnant, undocumented individuals who made under a certain income level could apply for prenatal care. In other words, if you're undocumented, they realized that they had a problem. A lot of women were having children here, and the women were living in the shadows, so to speak. They were still women, and they were still having sex, and they were still carrying on relationships. So they were having babies. You know, some people used to believe that if you have a baby born in the U.S., then it would be grounds for you to stay in the U.S. So when immigration, hold on, Payo, them are going to say, we can't really deport her because she have 2 children here, 2 babies that depend on her. Well, that worked for some people and it don't work for others. It used to work really well back in the day. But under people like George Bush, let's say under people like Donald Trump, it really wasn't working, right? Because then you had a government who had no problem separating children from parents. Donald Trump said, take them with you, and when they're old enough, they can come back, right? But then that ran into some legal issues because you're born in the US, which means you're a birthright citizen, so nobody can throw you out of where you were born from, even if you were born to illegal immigrants. Then came the problem of separating minors from their parents. Right. All right. So they realized that a lot of these women were having children, and sometimes they were hiding when they needed prenatal care. And then these children were being born with all kinds of deficits and all kinds of issues, malnourished, undernourished, and other things that they could have caught through prenatal care to make sure that the baby developed properly. Mind you, these are American citizens. This could create a whole population of unhealthy adults or unhealthy teenagers, children with long-term health effects, which would all come back on the system and be even more expensive later on. So they decided that as of April 1st, pregnant, undocumented individuals could actually access prenatal care. In April of 2023, postpartum coverage will also be extended from 60 days to 12 months for undocumented individuals who fall within that same certain income bracket. Listen, if you're here and you're undocumented, I don't think you're going to go tell them, yeah, I'm working and I'm getting money under the table. So let's assume once you're undocumented that you also don't have no income. So you fall right in decile. Undocumented children up to 12 years old whose guardians meet the qualifying income limit will also be able to get coverage. Hear that? Undocumented children up to 12 years old whose guardians meet the qualifying income level will also be eligible for coverage starting January of 2023. Now, about the part where the amount of agencies that came down on him. Check this out. The investigation was conducted by the Social Security Administration Office of Inspection General, that's 1. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, that's 2. The Office of Inspector General, HHSOIC, that's 3. Homeland Security Investigation, which deals with immigration issues and stuff, that's 4. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, Office of Fraud Detection, that's 5. And the National Security and the U.S. Department of State, that's 6. Office of Inspector General and the Connecticut Department of Social Services, that's 7. 7 agencies on your case. There's no way you're going to get away. So in other words then, the case was prosecuted by Assistant U.S. Attorney Kenneth L. Gresham, and all information is online at their justice.gov site, which comes directly from their paperwork dockets from the courthouse. So there you have it. All these agencies set in place and all of them are investigating you. He set that off once he put his name on a fake birth certificate, and the rest was history. Hope you learned something from that story after that. I wish him all the best. I saw the thing go. Sometimes you chop and you chop wrong. Don't know him situation, but him never kill nobody. Talk to me in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.
Yes, I make my own jerk sauce. Whether be it spicy, mild, or regular, my jerk is the best.
Alright, my SouFLoTV audience, listen, I found a cooking channel here that I think is worth sharing with you. Shelly. Shelly is a Jamaican residing in the US. Her family and friends have encouraged her to pursue and showcase her passion, which is cooking. Her menu is mainly Jamaican, some mixed with other cultures. With a family background with hypertension, her meals are mostly exempt from salt and instead opt for salt-free seasoning, herbs and spices and other international seasonings that are used to come up with that Jamaican taste. All free of MSG. And I know that too much salt and MSG and them something there is a big killer among us, right? Alright. Her goal is 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and there will be free giveaways to commemorate that milestone once it is reached. So, please help us to help her to get there. You know the drill. Click the link, like, comment, share, subscribe to Shell's Island Flavor, where home-cooked meals are nutritious, healthy, and economical. And don't forget, tell her say SouFLoTV sent you.